Hi, I am Ariane Aird, and I am a health and fitness coach. So I always like to start off by introducing myself and my story and kind of how I got here. So I grew up as an overweight kid and slowly learned how to work out and started moving my body and doing those things, which was a good habit that started in about eighth grade. But what I didn't ever learn till later in life was the benefits of nutrition and being able to navigate through that and to realize that nutrition is like a huge part of our success. So, from the time of eighth grade till about the age of 30, I had battled basically yo yo dieting. I was a chronic dieter, doing all the fads, all the things that you thought were what you're supposed to do. And I just ended up super frustrated. You'd lose that 30 pounds and you gain it back, or the 50 pounds, or the 10 pounds, or the 5 pounds, but you're always chasing that weight gain of like finding how to stabilize it to where you could actually maintain and enjoy life still and thrive where you're at. So, about 30, after I was pregnant with my third baby, I was super frustrated. And so at that time, I started to look for other avenues, how I could um, basically learn more, so to speak. So back it up a little bit because I just jumped ahead a lot. Um, I went into elementary education. That was like my major in college. And about my third year in, I realized it wasn't something I was passionate about. I realized like this is not really what I want to do. But at the same time, I didn't really have a plan B. So I had fallen in love with, like at 21 years old, working out again and going to group fitness classes and doing just those kind of activities, those types of works out. So I would take classes at the college, I would take classes at a local gym. I just absolutely loved moving our bodies to music and to group fitness. And so I started down that path of like getting certified to be a group fitness instructor and different things like that. And it wasn't until I was 23 years old and I had recently gotten married, and I was in my last year of my degree for elementary education, and I had like this long term sub job, and I was finishing my degree online, and I quickly realized that I was in a spot that I was like, I don't want to do this the rest of my life. Like, I don't like this. Like, I had that previous summer gotten certified as an AFA, which is now part of the NASM industry, as a group fitness instructor, and had auditioned at a couple of the clubs and got hired on by 24 Hour Fitness. And I was like, I want to do fitness. Like, I don't know what that looks like, but that is like what I wanted to do. So I abruptly quit that long-term sub gig and quit college basically. And I was like, I don't care. I'm going to figure this out. And my family thought I was nuts. But another thing that I had gained from being with this family of mine, my mom's family has like a history in decades of chronic dieting, like decades. Like my mom was put on Weight Watchers when she was like in fifth grade, and she probably died if she knew I had said this out loud. But anyway, decades of it. And I was like, I am not, like, there's got to be a better way. Like, I'm not okay with this. And so I started teaching group fitness classes and quickly realized that we had to figure out this whole nutrition thing. And so I got certified as a personal trainer after my second daughter, thinking that's going to give me the information for nutrition. And quickly realized that that didn't help either. It gave you a little bit of stuff, but it didn't give you like really tangible things, like to where you could actually like figure and navigate through things and stuff. So then I got pregnant with my third baby, and after I had her, I decided to take a certification in fitness nutrition, and I got certified in that. And I learned a lot through it. And so basically I'm certified in like macro coaching, as well as you learn the mindset and the process of helping people like meeting them where they're at, because some clients are here at point A and some are like at point B, C, D. And so learning how to kind of pinpoint just by asking questions to see where they're at. Because some of my clients were like terrified to just even start because they hadn't done anything for years. And then there's other clients that are a little bit more advanced and going into like fitness competing and different things like that. So I had a wide, broad, I guess, spectrum of clients. And so finding out how to help them and best direct them on what path would work for them. And so I began training clients online. I trained clients at the gym as well as I taught group fitness. And at this time in my life, I have 3 kids, ages 5 and under, and my husband is a nurse and he works nights and he works long hours. And he was finishing his bachelor's online. And I was getting to the point in our life where we were just like high-fiving. And it was like, okay, I went into this industry for freedom to be able to pursue my passion and what I love doing and being able to be a mom at the same time. And I was like, this is not working. And at that point in time, I also, when I was 18, I was diagnosed with endometriosis. And I was not about to go have a hysterectomy at like 32 years old. I wasn't a fan of fake hormones. Like, this is just my personal opinion. So like, if people want to use it and do those things, cool. But for me, I'd watched aunts have hysterectomies, go on fake hormones. I'd watched my mom have hysterectomy, go on fake hormones. I'm like, that is not a life that I want to live. Like, no. So I dove into researching things with endometriosis, and sure enough, nutrition is a huge, huge play in it. So I started taking the things out of the diet like gluten and soy and sugar because that just inflames and it makes your cycle worse. Then I started adding things in that it said helps, like chia seeds and maca powder and different things like that. So I was adding that kind of stuff in, but oh my goodness, guys, like I was going to all these stores to get all these ingredients to make this, superfood shake that's supposed to help me. And it tasted disgusting. If you've ever tasted maca powder, oh, you would know that has a very bitter taste, and like there's nothing that you can blend to make that taste go away. So I was still on this like kind of path, like how can I bring my passions into like this funnel of what would work for me and be able to still help people, still pursue what I loved, like teaching group fitness and stuff, but not feeling like I was being drug everywhere. Because when you train clients, you have to meet them where they're at, like their time, what works for them, and there's not enough hours in the day. And so I kind of like found myself like contemplating. So I tried, building my own website and doing that online route. And oh my goodness, you guys, technology is not my superpower by any means. And so that was a hot waste of a mess. So needless to say, I dumped a lot of money into that avenue and it did not take off. So my friend reached out to me about, like, have you ever considered doing what I do? And I was like, oh dear, here we go. I am not about to like join some scammy MLM network marketing thing through Beachbody. I was like, I have all these certifications. Why would I go and do that? That was my first opinion. So if you have that opinion right now as you're listening to this, hang tight, and you can hear my story. And if that's still your opinion at the end, that's totally cool too. So my husband, I mentioned, worked nights. So he decided to order this at-home workout called T25, which is 25-minute workout by Shaun T. I laughed when he got the boxes. I was like, that's not going to work. It's 25 minutes. And you cannot get in shape when you work out at home. Like, no, that's not. I was a gym girl, like full on gym girl, had no anticipations of ever going to home. I was like, those people that do that are crazy and weird. So, well, guess what? Here I am, and I work out at home. But I saw him in 25 minutes get results. And I saw him kind of make the changes that they were talking about on the TV. And he's like, why don't you be a coach? And I was like, oh my gosh, no. So needless to say, after my friend had asked me, and during this time, multiple people said he'd be really good at this. I was like, I decided to go on their website and just scroll, see what they have to offer. Let me do my own research and I'll get back to you. That's the kind of girl I am. And so I quickly saw that like a lot of the ingredients in Shakeology would help with endometriosis, could possibly help my cycle be a little bit better. Now, no science is going to tell you that because it's not backed by the FDA. And if it's not backed by the FDA, well, you know what happens. They don't talk about it. So it's a whole nother tangent. Anyway, I was like, no, I don't know. So then I started looking and they had what was called at that time 21 Day Fix, but it was like this nutrition program. And it's similar, very similar to macros, even though some people are like, no, it's not. But in my opinion and where I came from, it was similar to macro coaching. But what I loved is it was visual, like the color coded, they were color coded. So like rather than my clients getting a food scale out and weighing their food on the scale, to get their 4 to 5 ounces of chicken or protein or whatever, they could just fill this red cup up and that would basically give them the 4 to 5 ounces of chicken that they needed. And then the vegetables and the fruit, like they were just color coded. It was simple. It was easy. They just simply had to fill this cup up, measure it, and dump it on a plate. And I was like, this is going to be easier for some of my clients, especially for my brand new clients that are like freaking out when I tell them you need 20 grams of this and 15 grams of that. And they were like wanting to throw in the towel. So I was like, this would be a really good avenue for them. And so I still was like, I don't know, people are going to think they're going to think, Ariane, what are you doing? This is crazy. Like, why would you go do that? Anyone could do that. Yeah, well, anyone can be a group fitness instructor or a personal trainer. They just have to go take a test. It's really not that hard. So, you just have to put in the work. And if you want to be successful at this business, you have to put in the work too. So same thing, you just have to put in the work. Anyway, I kind of went off there for a little bit. I was like, okay, well, this is where my friend got me. She goes, Ariane, you is a 30-day money back guarantee. You can buy this pack, which was like, I want to say like around $160, maybe $180. And it came with 21 Day Fix, the containers, the nutrition part, and a bag of Shakeology. She goes, you can try it. And at the end of the 30 days, if you hate it and you're like, I want nothing to do with this, you can cancel your account and you can send it back and they'll give you a full refund. That was my intention. I was like, okay, I'm going to give this. I'm going to prove this girl wrong. I'm going to tell her, I'm going to try this shake or whatever, and it's not going to work. This is where I was going with it. And little did I know that I would fall in love with it, and in 15 days feel a huge difference. The point, like my energy was better. I wasn't lethargic and tired and needing that afternoon nap because I would just crash. And people were asking me, Ariane, something's different. Like my skin felt different. I wasn't like breaking out. Like it changed my life in so many ways. I felt it inside. And when you go from feeling super crappy, like chronic lethargic, to like having energy, you're like, oh, this is good stuff. So needless to say, that was 6 years ago. I still drink a shake every single day. I didn't have to have a hysterectomy. In fact, I had another kid down the road. And I have been able to work out at home. I still teach classes at the gym because I love group fitness. I love that environment, but I also love not having to miss a workout because I have the freedom to do it. And it's come a long way. And another thing that I love, because I love teaching Les Mills classes. And if you know anything about Les Mills, they're very innovative. They give you the program after it's tried, tested, and true. Like after they've done all the hiccups. That's what I loved. Well, that's what I love about Beachbody. They give me the program after it's tried, tested, and true, and I can figure out which program, because we have a million of them, to suit a client with. And not only that, like if they're not happy or satisfied, they can send it back and get their full refund. And that makes me so happy, because the biggest pet peeve of mine in the diet industry is that you throw money away and then that product sits on a shelf and collects dust. I hate that more than anything. And so with my clients, I nag them in a roundabout way to make sure that they're getting the full benefit with it. And if they're not satisfied or happy, then like they can cancel. They can go figure out something else that works for them, because I'm here to be a solution if you're wanting that solution. And that's what coaching is like we offer the total solution to someone. We now have two nutrition programs, which I love them both because the Ultimate Portion Fix is like a macro based one. And then we have a mindset one, which is about intuitive eating and looking at food differently, looking at food as it's a blessing to have it, not as like it's an enemy. And it's just, it's a full, like it's a, just a full, I guess it's a full picture that you're looking for. I'm 38 years old and I'm healthier, happier now than I was at 30. 30, I was in a dark, scary place. And luckily, with enough personal development and showing up every day on my journey and having a community of women that empower me and uplift me, that I'm able to be in this place. Like I was that girl that was either starving herself or eating everything in the house. There was no happy medium. And I always defined my worth by how I looked on the outside or what the scale number said. Whereas now that's not a thing at all. I'm happier now in my skin at 38 than I was at 28, which makes me so sad because, gosh, if I could go back and do it different, I totally would. But that's a gift that coaching is given to me. And that is why I'm so passionate about it and linking arms with other people that want to lean in to this community and to share this opportunity with those around them. I'm just able to offer more to a client as a coach than I ever was as a trainer or group fitness instructor because it's just more manageable with time. And I have all these resources that I never had before. And what a client like would cost them $3,000 or more, I can give to them for $140 to $160. And that's like, that's everything that they need to get started and to get on their way. And that is a blessing because how many clients could afford $3,000 a month? Not many. So, and there's a 30-day money back guarantee. That's something else that I'm very much like, if it's not going to work, then like, let's go find something that will, because at the end of the day, we want everyone to be healthy, happy, and thriving. And so if that's with me or with something else, then cool. So that is my little story about what I do as a coach and how I got into it. So I am grateful that you took this time to get to hear more about it. And we will be chatting more about details, obviously how we start and going from there. So you will be hearing from me again, but I would love to hear back from you after you watch this video of just kind of what you think about it, what questions you have, and what part, resonated with you. I hope something that did. So we will talk soon. Bye.